Good morning/afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to talk with you today about applied behavior analysis and the incredible power of shaping. We'll explore the core principles of ABA and how using a step-by-step approach to behavior change can lead to effective skill acquisition. It's a fascinating topic that offers practical strategies for making meaningful improvements in behavior, and I look forward to diving into it with you. Applied behavior analysis, or ABA, is fundamentally a scientific approach aimed at understanding behavior and how it can be changed. At its core, ABA applies established learning principles to help improve behaviors that are important and meaningful in everyday life. One key aspect of ABA is its focus on behaviors that are observable and measurable, making it possible to track progress and outcomes objectively. Additionally, ABA relies heavily on data-driven strategies, using collected data to guide interventions and ensure that the changes lead to positive outcomes and an improved quality of life. This combination of scientific rigor and practical application makes ABA a powerful tool for fostering meaningful behavioral change. When we talk about shaping, the first step is to clearly identify the target behavior. This is the final action or skill you want to help someone learn or develop. Next, we focus on reinforcing successive approximations. That means rewarding small steps that get closer and closer to the desired behavior, encouraging steady progress along the way. Finally, shaping involves guiding incremental progress. Instead of expecting the person to perform behavior perfectly right away, we support them step by step, breaking down complex or new actions into manageable parts. This gradual approach makes learning more achievable and effective. When using shaping to change behavior, the first step is to identify the specific target behavior we want to develop. Once we have that in mind, we break it down into smaller, achievable steps called successive approximations. These are like mini goals that steadily move us closer to the final behavior. For each of these steps, we provide reinforcement. This could be praise, rewards, or any form of encouragement to increase the likelihood the behavior will be repeated. Over time, we gradually raise the criteria, expecting the behavior to more closely match what we ultimately want. We keep progressing step by step until the full desired behavior is achieved. This method works well because it simplifies complex behaviors into manageable phases, making the learning process smoother and more effective. Here we see several real-life examples of shaping in action. First, when teaching a child to say words, we start by reinforcing sounds that are similar to speech and gradually guide them toward the full word. For training a dog to fetch, reinforcement is given for behaviors that get progressively closer to the desired action, like picking up the object and eventually bringing it back. In helping a student learn to write letters, we begin by encouraging basic strokes, rewarding each small step before moving on to complete letters. Lastly, shaping is used to promote appropriate social behaviors by reinforcing steps such as making eye contact and taking turns during a conversation. Each example highlights how breaking down complex behaviors into manageable steps can lead to successful learning. Shaping is powerful because it allows for the gradual learning of complex behaviors, breaking down a big skill into manageable steps rather than expecting someone to master it all at once. This makes the learning process much more achievable and less overwhelming. It's especially effective when teaching new skills that the learner doesn't already have. Shaping helps build those behaviors from the ground up. Another key benefit is that it keeps motivation and engagement high by providing frequent reinforcement as progress is made, which encourages continued effort. Finally, shaping is highly adaptable, meaning it can be tailored to fit the individual's pace and specific needs, making a flexible and personalized approach to learning. One common challenge in shaping is the ineffective timing of reinforcement. If reinforcement isn't delivered at the right moment, its impact diminishes, making it harder for the learner to connect the reward with the desired behavior. Another issue is setting improper approximation steps. When these steps are either too close or too far apart, it can slow down or even stall the learner's progress. Additionally, learner motivation can drop if they become frustrated or if the reinforcement is inconsistent. To overcome these challenges, it's vital to maintain consistency and patience throughout the entire learning process. Using clear and immediate reinforcement helps create a strong link between the behavior and the reward. At the same time, being flexible with the steps, adjusting them as you assess the learner's progress, ensures optimal advancement, and keeps motivation high. To wrap up, shaping is all about using gradual reinforcement to create meaningful behavior change. It's a powerful and flexible strategy that can be applied across different settings and populations, making it a cornerstone of ABA. Success with shaping depends on consistent practice, patience, and thoughtfully adjusting the steps along the way. By applying shaping carefully and intentionally, practitioners can really support effective and lasting behavior improvements.